Hello, my name is Kate Carney, and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Cook County Department of Environment and Sustainability. April is Earth Month, and to celebrate, we are featuring experts on a variety of environmental topics. Today, I am joined by Dr. Catherine O'Connor, the Director of Engineering at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago, to discuss stormwater management. Thank you so much for being here with us today. What is the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, and how did you come to be a part of this organization?
Well, first, Kate, thank you very much for the invitation. It's very timely. And the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago was formed by the Illinois legislature in 1889 in response to terrible disease and death that resulted from the Chicago River discharging into Lake Michigan. So you think of the turn of the last century, Boston, Philadelphia, New York, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Los Angeles, they took in fresh water, discharged it to the ocean where there was no ever any thought that anybody would drink any of the, saline water. Chicago was unique. It was quite populated, and the Chicago River meandered and flowed in both directions, but much of the year and during high rain intensity, that polluted water that carried all of the sanitary waste for the residents of this growing city would go into our drinking water source. And very sadly, for the World's Fair at the turn of the century, there was some understanding, and they did bring in bottled water from Wisconsin.
Wow.
So it was the poor immigrants that would die from this horrible a number of diseases that are spread by sewer contaminated drinking water.
And Dr. O'Connor, how did you come to be a part of MWRD?
I joined MWRD. I studied environmental engineering at Illinois Institute of Technology. So joining MWRD seemed like a natural fit. This is what I'm passionate about. And I started in planning in the engineering department. And then I led the environmental monitoring and research division that does all the compliance and environmental treatment research. And something that we did there was we developed and implemented a very robust biological phosphorus removal process with existing infrastructure. So I think we really moved the needle with our understanding of biological phosphorus removal. And from then in 2012, I joined the engineering department as the director, and in the engineering department, stormwater management is housed in the engineering department.
So why is stormwater management important for us?
Stormwater management, managing and mitigating flooding is the Water Reclamation District's #1 priority. I do feel the tremendous pain of the misery of flooding. It destroys property, it comes into our homes. What's more personal than where we hang our hat? So it is certainly the #1 reason that we need to manage stormwater and manage it better and mitigate flooding is because of human misery and destruction of property. But we also have a close eye on water quality. We want to keep our local receiving streams healthy. Proper stormwater management is very good for habitat and streams and reduce erosion of streams. So there are many reasons, but the #1 is human misery.
So what is the status of stormwater management in Cook County, and what, if any, role does climate change play in that status?
That's an outstanding question, and it's quite loaded. MWRD was given authorization to manage stormwater in 2004. However, in the 1970s and 1980s, in cooperation with Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Army Corps of Engineers and other very responsible, outstanding government agencies, MWRD built 3.1 billion gallons of stormwater storage throughout the separate sewer area. And then in 1976, the deep tunnel system, tunnel and reservoir plan, was adopted by the Water Reclamation District, as our long-term control plan for the combined sewer area. So the suburbs of roughly half of Cook County has separate sewer areas. That means they have sanitary sewers that remove sanitary waste from the home, and then there's a separate set of pipes that treat and convey stormwater to a local stream. In most of what was constructed prior to 1950, the stormwater and the sanitary sewage is combined. And I think we could have 10 years of debate on which is better, right? I mean, both systems have their pluses and their negatives. So the deep tunnel system intercepts the combined sewage in the separate sewer area. So the status of wastewater treatment, if I can say, MWRD has completed 6 detailed watershed plans, and those are the 6 watersheds that comprise Cook County. And those detailed watershed plans inform overland flooding from streams. Now we understand precipitation has gotten more intense. For the past 3 years in a row, May was the wettest May on record. So 2018, that was the wettest May on record. We broke that record. 2019, and then again in 2020. Those are not records we're happy to break.
How can Cook County residents help with stormwater management here in Cook County?
We can only mitigate flooding in Cook County with the engagement of residents. We need everybody on board. So we need residents of Cook County to understand today, are you in a combined or a separate sewer area? I think that's a first order of business question. In the separate sewer areas, there are plenty of structures that put stormwater into the sanitary sewer that was not designed to collect that. So people in the separate sewer areas have to walk around their property and make sure they don't have any rainwater entering into their sanitary system. It was not designed for it, and that is the #1 cause of flooding in the separate sewer area. We still have the opportunity in the combined sewer area. Still taking that roof load, taking any stormwater source and finding green space is a wonderful help to keep the system from surcharging and backing up into people's homes.
For more information, please visit cookcountyil.gov/environment.